What do I teach? I teach you that everything you was taught is a lie. You still don't believe it's a lie? No matter who comes to you and practice and preaching and telling you the truth, you still want to lean to these things, what you think is a fact. The whole world is fiction. It's made up to deceive you, made to drag you in different directions where you shouldn't even go. You should be at ease right now, impatient with self, and knowing that you should have already discovered that you are the problem. How do you solve the problem? You got the solution, but you never convict the people that's throwing all this on top of you. All you do is go along with the master plan. Even when you purchase houses, on the deed, there's another person that owns the house right along with you. In this world, you'll have ownership to nothing. You see the t-shirt that I wear. What name is on it? Who owns this name? It is only print. And then it has a label in the back, which is printed in. Now you have two factories. Actually three, because it's cotton. You have the engraves on the shirt, and then who puts the label on the shirt, and who makes the shirt out of cotton. So everybody got to get a pinch of a part of the money. But guess who loses? The people who make the shirt. They get pennies on the dollar. This shirt will be made on pennies of the dollar, but will be sold for $24, $30, or sometimes $125. If you know Fila, that's how much it used to cost back in the day for a shirt. I know a lot of you youngers is not hip to the situations now, but here am I. I'm going to help you. I've been around a long time. I came off the porch in 1978. And when I came off the porch, it was men laid back, and it was mostly women doing their thing, selling a little weed and wax, and dope in the little wax bags, and the envelope was the weed. Things used to be smooth back in the days because them are the days of the pimps and the players, and as y'all call it, the lean back days and the Hollywood squeeze. I'm gonna say it like that because a lot of people was feeling themselves, and the pimps had all the language popping their gums, as you see right now. I'm gonna wake y'all up out of this dream, and I'm gonna let y'all wander around with me for a minute and just tell you a little bit about me. I was a little kid and I seen life about to change. I was running track, and they wanted to take me all over to Spain and Italy and all these different places, and I denied all that. So I stayed back with my family because I knew that the world was changing, and I knew the direction it was heading in, and it would be very traumatic for my family. So I had to stay upon my family. So what I did, in 1978, I joined the thing that y'all don't like, the drug gang. But back then, when I came into the game, it was not the way it was played like it is today. It was a lot of things you couldn't even see that was happening, but right up under your nose, you know what I mean? Because they wasn't wide open until the wide open gang came in the 80s, when a lot of other dudes was cruel came off the porch. Because back in the days, this game was a business, and a lot of people, the only time they get out and show off is when they went to the little shows, and it was the elders, and they do a little twisting and a turning, the moves. So in these days, you didn't know who was the players. You had your biker boys that came in the 80s and started turning out some of these blocks, and they used to be freebasing. When I first came in the door, it was angel dust, PCP on weed. See, I walked all the way through these spaces, and all you people always say, well, how did you change right now? I didn't change. I'm still the same old dragon, the same old man today, as you see right here in front of your face. It's just a lot of y'all didn't talk to me. Y'all assumed that I was one way, but I was always on God's mission. See, I had to become sin in order for y'all to recognize me. Because if I wouldn't have became sin, y'all never would have recognized me. But y'all threw rocks, hid your hands, and I was already up on them. I was never blind. I always seen who you were. As I told you in one of my brief messages, I watched a lot of brothers perish off the face of the earth, had promising lives but let a nigga roll up and teach them the wrong way. And then they went around and started toting guns and started killing each other. They didn't know what they was doing. They never was gangsters. They was something you called a prankster. Wanted to be down, but didn't know what he was being down with. See, ain't no drifter gonna come up on me and try to teach me anything. You understand? Because I wasn't that type of dude that you could play with like that and try to teach me and motivate me to go down any road. Because I'm going to choose my own road. Because God is first all the time. I never do nothing and break the laws of my Father unless somebody try to do something to me. So if anything try to convict me or be slick with me, you will be brung down to hell itself. See, this is when the Father picked me, he picked me in my mother's stomach. You understand? And I went through all this shadow boxing as I came to life. You understand? With my mother and my father. See, I knew their emotions, and I never spoke on none of it. When I grew up, I triggered them both just to see what was in my head was telling me the truth. But I never even challenged that because I knew it was the truth. So nothing in this world can make me mad or sad about anything. I stood my grounds and knew every woman I dated and knew how I met them, I would lose them. So they always try to talk about me and try to get me away from the kids that I birthed with them and try to make me look bad. But I'm not the dragon that came in your life that spit all this information and talked to you like I was cruddy. No, you brung that cruddy thing to me. When it didn't work, and then I let your hand go, then you came after me and used my own kids to make a mask and try to breed hate. Why? Was you working for Satan all that time? Coming after me? When I was trying to fulfill your dreams, get you out of that nightmare, get you to the stage where you need be. But no, you try to take a knife and go across my throat. And I knew you would. But you couldn't make me mad. And you would never make me sad. But I'm here to tell you, what you done to me, I never wished it to be done to you. Because I'm going to tell you something. The things you threw at me, and I withstand all of it by the grace of God, and I will give God the glory all the time. You never hit me with pain. The things you threw at me was all pleasure. Because your dangerous tongue, you threw these weapons, and I cashed them all in. But notice, when my children came after you with all these deceitful words, did I stand with them or try to send them back to you? I wait for all y'all to answer, since I'm the cruel one. But since y'all walk with the devil to try to work against me, God sent me. I knew I was sent when I was a child. I said to the Father when I was a little kid, I'm little. How can I do this right now? So I was more so afraid. But I never feared man. See, I grew up with no feelings and no emotions. All my energy was pointed to God. I never liked the world because I seen the world was evil. And nobody got along. They just went along just to get along. And they was all fools. Treated the woman so cruel and the woman treated them cruel back. It was nobody holding hands with each other. Nobody loving each other, and that's a fact. See, I don't live in fiction. It's got to be a fact. If I run my mouth, it's a fact. See, the corner boy was never the threat in this world. The threat was sitting right there in front of y'all face. All these people that opened up all these organizations, and then they made a mousetrap for the corner boy to take the fall. So all these federal investigations has took the wrong enemies. And you want to clap your hands because you got rid of somebody and gained some cash. You understand, and say you got 6 figures. How many you popped? How many you destroyed? How many niggas you done triggered? See, I know. See, I sat around and I didn't do things just to get along. I did it for the grace of my heart because that's who I am. And anybody that need me and needed my help, I was dead. Nobody was ever there for me. I had to do everything on my own. I had to give all the glory to the glorious one, the Creator himself. Because he always stood with me and always will. You think I'll fall for your tricks? Nah, you can't trick me. I'm grateful for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like I said, I had to become sin to even give grace to you all. You have banged nails in my hands and feet, and I always knew who y'all was by y'all names and y'all face, and even the ones that hid behind the scenes. I've been watching you as you've been watching me. Now it's your turn. The Father wouldn't let me come after y'all, but I wanted to for a long time. But eventually, like the mailman come and release your mail, but eventually the Father gonna let me come. And I don't think y'all ready, because y'all ain't seen me yet. See, a friend of mine asked me how you made it this long. Because I always live by respect. Even when niggas didn't respect me or women didn't respect me, I gave respect. Because you know what? I knew I was stronger than you. I knew I can take you. But why do I have to prove something to somebody else? And knock my own self down trying to prove something to these clowns? I ain't got time for that. The only person I had to prove something to is the Creator himself, not the creature. So I was going to never bow to the creature when he kept sending you clowns my way. But if you come and you scratch and I catch that itch, you know what it's going to be. I don't have to say all that. And I don't have to give words back and forth and back and forth and forth and back. That's not my stilo. That's not even me. I got kids I have to take care. And I always have to be with the Father himself. And I have to walk straight. And I had to receive all this pain from all of you. Giving you gifts and y'all taking it. And taking it. And using it. But never giving anything back. See, I didn't have to judge you. You judged yourself. You brought yourself on charges from the one and only true judge. See, I've been watching the church. I've been watching the hospital. I've been watching the courtrooms. I've been through all these doors to see how they was bringing down my people. I didn't care what people say. I put myself in situations for a reason. Because I was hearing stuff from other people, but I had to see it for myself. See this face. All of you that hid your hands and did wicked things. You have 7 days to repent. And I mean repent. Or wash the hand of God. Because it is never going to be the end of the world. And it's no such thing as a rapture. So don't let these foolish, devilish men tell you things like that just to empty your pockets. With all this proud talk, problems, more situations that they're giving to you. This is why Jesus went into the temple and told them they was teaching wrong. Because all they was trying to teach is for their own benefit. They weren't teaching people the truth or how to heal people. They were only giving more problems. So when the problem solver came, they hated him. And in the book it says, I dwell in no place built with human hands. So who you think is the church? Do you think that you see the church right here? Or the church is a building? If you think the church is a building, you already a fool. And you already made a mistake and working with the wrong father. See, y'all looking for a chip. It is decisions that y'all make with your own mind. When y'all get further and further away from the Father, y'all will receive a mark on your forehead or even in your hand. It will determine who your Father is. See, these people are playing games. The world is like Roblox. You see how I jump around? This is how y'all jumping around. With all these books, reading, going back and forth, all these different authors. And then these notifications with people where you putting all these references and all this when all of them wrong. I told you at the beginning of this, everything in this world you were taught wrong is a lie. Now you're really finding out that you are the original people, that you done birthed the whole world. Even when the Father told you, do not sleep with this culture, this other culture. You went down there and did it anyway and created babies. And then when the whip came, you weren't even ready to take the whip. So now they give you 8 hours or 16 hours, like I said before. You take that whip kindly. And then I done seen and heard that a lot of y'all beg when y'all was losing these jobs. Y'all, I can't take care of my kids. I can't do. Come on. I used to say, how would they trick my people in the end times to follow Lucifer? It was right here in front of my face the whole time. And I spoke about it many times. The dollar. Y'all will do anything for the dollar. But the dollar done separated all y'all families. And y'all allowed it to. See, even my family is broken from the dollar. And I knew it. I knew they will. But I sacrificed myself at the beginning to save them. And I put my life on the line to save them. And many friends of mine went to prison, putting their life on their line for their family to save them. To find out that you were the fool putting your life on the line when they really wasn't trying to save you. I want y'all to think about that and let that marinate for a while on your brain. Because every time I come on this thing, I'm going to leave a stain that be stuck in your brain and it's going to remain. Don't you ever think that none of these people trying to break out your mainframe. The world is the greatest delusion, confusion, trying to turn off that light and flatten that inner tube. But y'all keep clubbing up and getting in the groove. To these people coming in with this army gear, telling y'all get ready to move. That's a fact. So I'ma lean back in this Cadillac while y'all keep smoking and sipping on that yak.